pod lights. Impressive. Jason here, Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. We're going to talk about these a little bit. Something that I put on there because I wanted them. Now that I have them, I'll never own a vehicle without them. Even if I take over this 4Runner or I buy another vehicle, I will somehow have pod lights mounted on here. The advantages to these things for what I do is incredible. Not just for the woods around here, but I think about all the trips that I take, my Midwest hunting trips, all the travel I do for that kind of stuff. The ability to see those deer and stuff like it. Oh, we got a, oh, look at this, pretty sweet. Bunch of bikes coming through a little town. Love it, look at them. Perfect Memorial Day ride. Anyway, with all those trips that I'm doing and all that travel that I do, these things are amazing as far as being able to see deer ahead of time. I have hit deer 6 times between trucks and trailers, like have the hit my, remember, if you remember on the way to Kansas a few years ago, a deer hit the trailer and totaled out my trailer when I was there, bent my axle, caused all kinds of problems. So having these ditch lights will allow me to see better. I didn't even think about that as much when I bought them, but now that I own them, these things are just so amazing with the capabilities and what you can do with these and how they work. So absolutely love them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to probably wire these a little differently on my next set. I don't think I'm going to change these because I don't think I need to. That's pretty fine how they are. But if I were to, you know, on my next vehicle, or maybe I will, but I will actually wire these in separately. I will wire each light on its own switch. The reason for that is, again, because of deer. I am so tired of hitting deer. I've hit probably 24 deer in my entire life with vehicles. And it's just one of those kind of things. When you drive at night, when you leave a place and you're going to drive through the night to get to somewhere for hunting, and you're driving these back roads in the Midwest and things like that, it's common to run into deer. Well, being able to put this one, like set this light on its separate switch, will allow me to, even when cars are coming, be able to run just this light and be able to see everything over here. You're going to see in a second. I'm going to show you how quick and easy the install was. I'm going to put some stuff in here to show you these. But the ability to run this light and just see over here all the time, or even as I have them right now with both lights, going down these back roads, you know, on a highway is one thing. You know, then you got the highway, you're a lot safer there. But when you're running, when you're doing 100, 150, 200 miles of basically urban roads, farm roads, trying to get to hunting camps and things like that, and you're doing it late at night, like I said, these things here will be a gold mine to prevent you from hitting those deer, especially during the rut. So for me, super vital. I will never not have these again. This is the second time I've had pod lights on. They were on my other Jeep as well too, and I like those also. But that one was more of a recreational vehicle. This is a daily driver, and I never would have imagined that I'd use something like that as much as I do now that I have them as a daily driver. So let me go through, show you what these are, show you the install on them, but just know that 100% guarantee you will never see a vehicle I own ever again without ditch lights on here. Never again will I own a vehicle that will not have those. They are going to be a lifesaver, especially when it comes, I don't need them for lighting up the trail down here to see obstacles and stuff like that. If that was the case, I would have went with a fog light or something like that. I went with driving lights, and I did it on purpose because he spread this big beam way out there. And as you'll see in the upcoming video, in the video here, you'll see in a few minutes that I can see deer and hogs from a great distance, way off on the side, and be prepared for any of their what they're going to do. So I got that reaction time. Hopefully I don't hit any more animals, and hopefully those are the reason for it. So let's dive in and show you the rest of this. Hey guys, Jason here, Samco Workshop and Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This video probably hit both channels, but what we have here is we have our ditch lights installed. Now, I wanted these ditch lights on here so that I can see hogs and deer better when I'm in the woods. I'm not using this to light up the ground down here where I'm worried about seeing an obstacle in a trail. I want to be able to see out here and see those deer and hogs before they run out in the road. So that's what we put these on here for, and we're going to talk about them. I'm going to show you an unboxing. I'm going to show you the full install. I'm going to show you everything for them, but these are those right there. These are made by NovSight. These are the driving light version, which I wanted on purpose. They make a fog. They make a fog, a driving light, a spotlight, and a floodlight. Floodlight would be great if you just wanted to see what's like right here next to you and shine them down here and that kind of stuff so you can see obstacles in a trail. A driving light one is going to be what I think is going to be best to reach out a little bit and see deer and hogs out here. And they make spotlights if you were going to put them on the front, things like that. But we have them mounted. We have them on a 7 Sparta mount that I bought on Amazon. Amazon. It fits right in there, just standard mounting bolts right in those holes that are already there. So existing, simple. I ran the wires here. I'm going to show you the wiring right now, so you can see how we did these and what we did. So if I'm going to actually open a hood and show you in a second here. I need 2 hands to do it. But there's the other one right there. So they are set. We have to still fine tune them, which we'll do tonight. But wires running right in there, sweet and easy. We will show you the details. Let me take a second and pop this hood. All right, hood's popped. Here we go. So we got stuff zip tied. Like I said, I just got done doing this. We have our negative and our positive connected to the terminals. They go down here. There's a relay to this as well too. I just have it stuffed and sitting here. I got this huge gap right here next to the battery pad. I just got the wires zip tied together and just jammed down in there. They come up. This goes to one light right there. Feeds right down through there. Real sweet and simple. Just runs right in that channel. Pretty as can be. As you can see on the back side, everything, like I said, pretty little setup on how that works and fits right into that slot. Goes right in there on a Jeep, tucked in nice. They got nice plug-ins. There it is. You can see I got the wires running across to the other side for the switch that goes inside and the other light. I got them zip tied to these brackets right here along there so that it's going to stay up and high and out of the way. So we have them here. They come right across here, zip tied, zip tied, zip tied. So they are all locked down here. We got one more zip tie to do for this one right here. I forgot to. I want to zip tie that right there for this switch. Now, technically, they tell you right down here, there's a plastic opening. You can pop that cap out down there, and then you can run anything you want into the engine compartment. It goes right through. It's nice and neat. However, I did not want to open that big cap that you see right below that tinfoil. You see a cap down there. And I did not want to open that and have to have that big hole that big around for this little bitty wire. So instead, I'm trying something different. I ran it here, tucked it into this little slot under this foam. The foam just lifted up. Okay, and I put it through there, and I ran it through the cowl where this other wire goes, and I popped it out right here. You can see it goes right through here. No big deal because of the way this door is on the inside. So you can see here that we have this with this rubber seal presses against there, but I'm going to try it like this is what I'm going to do, rather than like I said, I'm not going to try and punch that through there, because I'm going to have this wire anywhere I do it, whether I bring it up here or what I do. I'm going to have a wire, and here works best for me because when I actually get in and close this door, so when we're in here, you don't see any of that. It's all gone. It's all perfectly good and gone and hidden well. I got my switch right there, green for on. Okay, red for off. There it is. So, and all that stuff came with it, the switch and everything. So I'm leaving that set up just like that. We're going to see how it works. But that's how I have the wiring done. So it was very simple. I didn't even have to unscrew these. I could just fish that right through and bring it right through there. So it was real easy to do. Lights are in, so we are mounted. We got one more zip tie to do on there. And then we will be back and show you the rest of this. All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about ditch lights for my Gladiator that I asked that I want to put on there. Reason I want them is on my Gladiator, I spend so much time in the woods. It would be nice to have something that takes my lights from being right here from headlights only and expands that out to watch for deer, to watch for hogs, things like that. And so I wanted ditch lights mounted right on my A-pillars that I can spin out that way. And so I started researching them, looking around for them, and I called this company up directly and asked them if they would send me these. And the reason for them is I really like these. They're a great middle of the road, so they're going to work for many people. Yes, I could have probably contacted somebody and got very high-end lights. It doesn't really benefit me much because I wouldn't buy very high-end lights for this myself. I'm not going to go buy Rigid Industries or Baja Designs or something like that to do this job when there's so many companies out there that do very, very good for a lot less money. I'm also not going to go buy some super, super cheap ones that I know are going to give me problems and down the road. So this is exactly what I would buy. So I contacted them and they sent me these for free. When they send them to you for free, you got to do an unboxing. It's part of the program kind of thing, which is what we're going to do, because I did not pay for these. I got them free, but these are what I would have bought on my own anyway. So we're going to dive in and take a look at these. These are made by NovSight. Very good company if you research them. They got a great warranty, great quality. You're going to see these things are incredible lights here. And they come in different, you can see here on the box, we'll show you that too. You can see you can get them in different patterns. You can get them in a spot pattern. You can get them in a flood pattern. You can get them in a driving pattern, which is what we got. And you can get them in flood, fog, spot, and driving are the ones that you can get. I went driving on purpose Again, because I'm not trying to light up the side of the road next to me like I'm looking right here for ditches or for issues or obstacles in the road. I went driving light because I wanted them to still reach out there a little bit to watch, be able to look for deer and for hogs and things like that as I'm driving those roads. So you can see on there again, it shows you what the light beam will be like for each. And I went with the driving version on purpose, again, after doing some research. So these are, they're 40 watt lights. They're very, very nice lights. And we're going to show you what you have with them. So we take the lid off the box. Come on, there we go. And we have in here an installation manual, which is going to show you everything that you want to have in here. We'll go through this unboxing pretty quick, then we're going to go get these puppies installed. But all of the info you want, very simple. These are not complicated. So then in the box we have, take the lid off, here is our setup right here. Look at that. And notice we also have amber snap covers if we want them, as well as closed covers, okay? So nice feature. So this is our wiring harness set right here. Okay, we will be taking this apart because we're going to use it, but this is the whole setup with a relay. It also has, it's got the relay, and it's got the switch, and it's got the fuse. It has everything we want in this whole wiring harness is complete. Okay, you can see it all right here. There's your relay, there's your fuse, there's your wire, your positive and your ground, your twin connectors, and then your switch section is going to go right on through into the inside here. You can see you got everything set up on this, and we have a built-in switch that I'm actually going to use because I don't have aux switches. Okay, we're actually going to mount that switch and use this switch. It's got an on-off light on it, everything it needs. We're going to put that actual switch and mount that right in there. So we are using this entire setup for our install as well too. Our lights are right here, which you can see here. You have your harness connections here. Okay, these are the actual lights right here. Look at these bad boys here. Let's peel this off. See how this gets on there. They got that on the cover. Yep. Okay, hang on. So we're going to pop off the cover. Okay. These are the driving lights right here. Look at those. I mean, we're talking a quality light. Lots of finning, which is for cooling. Quality cables. Quality fixtures. Sealed, waterproof, dustproof. I'll run all those specs right here for you. Okay, very, very good quality light. And again, like 130 bucks or 139 bucks, I think they are for the set. So a good light, but not a ridiculously expensive light. And then we are getting these covers right here, which is a guard if you want to, so that when you're going down the road, over, they are protected if you want to use these. I probably will not, but it is nice if you are going to be taking, if you're doing a long highway road trip and you want to put these on so that they don't catch a rock, something like that. It's nice to give them to you. Okay, so you have this option. And then we also have with them, with the light, we also have our amber colored right here, our lenses that can go over this as well too. Okay, we pop that right there, pop that right there. And now you have an amber colored lens on there if you want them. So it's really nice depending on which way you want to do. I'm probably going to run them without the amber cover just for the brighter light capability of the white light. But again, it's nice and this is good quality. This is not, you know, I like this feature. So very nice. They do pop right on and off as you see. We're taking it off here. Just kind of catch each of the tabs. Get them all release. And then there you go, and there is your cap. So we have the wiring harness, we have our light here, wiring setup here, reflector here, and a cover here. Let me put this where you can see it, right there. We also have our little nuts and bolts kit. We have a bracket. This is our mounting bracket. Very sharp looking, simple, functional mounting bracket. You will see that when it goes on and we actually put the light together. We have the same exact thing on this side, which we are going to just open all this stuff up because we're going to need it. Okay, so we also have here for this side, we have our, notice that it's every light, each light has its own complete little set here. So we have this stuff, and then we have our light, and you gotta get each of those tabs over top of the edge, like that. And we have our second light, which with that bracket is going to sit on here. And that bracket is going to mount right on here like this. So here's how those lights are going to basically sit on that bracket once we put that together. So we have our other bracket, we have our other reflector, and we have our other light right here, and we have our other cover right here, and our kit. So this is our whole setup. That is everything we got for this, and our instruction manual here, and our box. So this is our set that we are going to be putting together with this one set light, second light set, and our wiring harness. So this is the whole setup. I am going to be mounting them on, I bought my own brackets from Amazon. These are what we are going to be mounting them on the pillars. Right here, simple bracket. This is made by, who made this? I think they wrote it on there. Right there, it's 7 Sparta right there, and that's going to bolt on, and then these are going to bolt right on that housing right there. You'll see that when we do the install. So we got 2 of these to put in there, and we got our whole setup. So we got everything we need right here to actually put the lights on. We're going to go, it's raining out right now. As soon as the rain clears up, we're going to go out and give this a shot, see what we can do. We'll be right back with you. All right, stick around. All right, so to install these brackets are going to end up going right here where these are. So you can see I got one left I still got to pull out, but I just pulled those factory bolts out there. It's a, what is this, a T40, Torx 40. And we're pulling them out of there. Took these 2 out of here already so that we can, because that's where that bracket's going to go at. Plus then it'll let us run those cords under there. You can see, like I said, not many tools are going to be needed for this install. There's those bolts. And we'll show you the rest once we get them on there and get them going for you, so you can see what we have happening. All right, and these brackets just fit. You can see I got the standard bolts back in there. Now I left them loose because I need to make sure I can fit the wire through there. So that one's loose, but we got this side ready. I know I'm out here doing it in the rain, but it is, we are down here in South Georgia, so it feels really nice to actually be out here in the rain. It's not bad at all. It feels very refreshing. But so we got this one mounted, but notice I left it loose so that I could get that wire to come underneath, because when this light sits on here like this, I want that, when it's on here like that, I want this cord to be able to drop right in this channel and go right under the hood. So I want that cord in there like that. So but this plug, which is an amazing plug, it's nice to give you this, won't fit under here very well. I guess it almost does, but it's a little tight on that side. Anyway, so I left that loose enough to get that bracket on there. So now as we go grab this other pod light, we're going to do the same thing. Coming over here to my box of stuff, and we're grabbing the other pod light right here, right there. And then when we bring this over here, we can fit that through there before I go ahead and set that, because I want to be able to run that cord through underneath here. So I left it loose to get it set, and then we're going to tighten this down. All right, so there they are, just like that. You can see I got them angled because I want them working off to the side for me, not straight ahead. And as you can see right there, so that's going to be our setup. Again, when I get out tonight, I will fine tune them. We come over here, we hit the button, turns them on. Right here, boom, they are on. You can see these things, and we're going to see what they're all about and what they do. But there they are, right there, glowing away pretty good. They got some punch to them. Already out here in the daytime, I can see the hits on these things. They hit pretty hard. So that's it. Now, once it gets dark, we'll take them out. We're going to fine tune them, and that's why we left our couple of wrenches we might need right here. We'll take with us. I got one extra zip tie in case I need it, and we will show you more then when we get out and set these up tonight. But there they are, sweet, simple, and easy. They're tucked in nice and tight. They do not interfere with my view from the inside of the vehicle, which is what I wanted. I did not want to have to be in here and have something big and obtrusive bugging me. Okay, look it, they just sit right there in the corner and they don't get in the way of nothing. So that's a beautiful, beautiful factor that they're not obtrusive or in the way. So we got them in, we got them installed, and we will be back with you here tonight to show you some views of it when it's actually dark out. All right, here we go. We are in the truck now, and we just got these adjusted. I am going to carry my wrenches for a couple of days so I can make any fine-tune adjustments as I need to. But technically speaking, we are currently set right now. So here is our, we are set up with low beam setup right here. And then if I go ahead and turn on the high beams, you can see the high beams. Okay, there's high beam, low beam. That's low beam. There's high beam. These are aftermarket LED bulbs that I have in here by Sea Light, so they're good lights. And then, so that's high beam. Here's low beam. We're going to kick those lights in right now. There's those lights. They're set up there where they're, you know, these are the driving mode. And like I said, they're good for what I need. But I think if you're looking for true ditch lights, a fog light or a, probably fog light or floodlight is going to be better for you. But for me and what I need to do to be able to see, these are going to be a big help. And then here's high beam with those as well too. So we'll turn those off. That's our high beam. Here they are on. You can see turning those off, going back to low beam. Here they are with those on. So like I said, very nice for what I need, and we will drive with these. However, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to show you the difference with the amber light on there for you real quick so you can see. So we're going to leave these on, and then I'm going to go throw those amber cups on. I'm going to hand this phone to Tina, and she's just going to keep that pointed out the window, and I'm just going to go snap them on right now while they're here. Now there is a difference with the ambers on, as you can see. They make a pretty good difference. Let's go to high beam. Okay, and you can see those low beam. So those are going to be very nice for when it is foggy or things like that. Those would come in handy to have those covers on there. Now what I'm going to do is pop that one off so you can see both side by side. So I'm going to hand this back to her. I'm going to go pop that cover off. And there you can see both side by side. The one on the right is no amber cover. The one on the left is the amber cover. So you can see the difference. I will turn them off. I will turn them on. Let me turn. There's our lights back on. So very impressive light. I like it a lot. I'm pretty sold on them. All right, here we are going down the main road here, and we have low beams. There's our high beams, and we are going to turn these on now and drive with them for a second. You can see. There we go, right there. So they do make a very big difference. And see how what I mean? When I'm driving through here, see how I can see for any deer. Matter of fact, I might even want them tipped up just a smidge. But they'll let me see those deer on the sides. Let's turn them off and see without. Look at the difference. Okay, that's pretty dang big. All right, as you can see, it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning, but by now there'll be nobody on the road. I'm up late, I'm editing. Thought I'd take a minute where I could run some of these back roads and show you these lights. I also have my dash cam up there. You can't see it, but I have my VIFO dash cam running. So we're gonna see what these lights are like here. We're gonna run for a second and take a peek and see what they're all about. So we just made a little bit of an adjustment. This is just the high beams. Here we go, high beams are on. Now we're gonna go ahead and kick on those lights. There we go, look at that. See, that's beautiful. Just like I said, good light out there and showing and highlighting everything I need along these edges, which is exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I want. Something to protect me from those deer jumping out at me. So, yep, and like I said, I do got my wrenches in here so I can do a little bit of adjusting if I need to at any time. We are going up a hill, so that's why it's like this. We'll see when we get over here on the top. Might be a little easier. But you can see, look at that. Look how nice that is. Love that. Okay, it just gives me that added security. And it really does light you up a lot in the front as well, too. It's like a fog light here, too. So, very nice. Very impressed. And I'm very happy with them. I like them a lot. All right, now we're out in the swamps. You can see I got my brights on. There's low beams, there's brights. It's getting pretty dark here. We're gonna turn those on. And you can see the difference. Huge. And you can see how they're gonna help me by being able to see animals on the side of the road there. And they even throw a little kicker right in the middle as well too, where I got them angled. But you can see how that helps me out being able to spot those animals on the sides. Let's kill it here and show you. Okay, you can see that. So that's why I said I'm real happy with them, and I'm glad I got the driving lights. But I do believe that fog lights or a floodlight would be better for most people. But for me and what I'm doing, those things just work like a champ. Look at that. I mean, that's just that's coming in pretty perfect. I got zero complaints about how these are working here. Let's get through this water. There we go. But yeah, very, very impressive. We'll turn them back off once for you. And there's a hog right there. Just across the road right there. That's exactly what we're talking about. He is right here. Let's see if we can light him up. There he is right there. See him going through there? right through there. There he goes. How cool. All right, that's nice. I like it. Very nice. And another example here as we're driving. That's my high beams, low beams, high beams, kicker lights. Look how nice those are. Like I said, they definitely make a big difference. And like I said, where I have them positioned, they kind of catch the center of the road a little bit as well too, and give me a little more bonus there. But sure is a nice feature to watch those sides like that. And you can see that beam pattern is pretty legit for what I need out here. But there you go.